It's 2023 and I have just finished my first ever Shin Megami Tensei game with number 5.
What?
This was so good, it's almost a crime I haven't played these RPGs till now.
Stop! You violated the law!
So if you're new, basically a JRPG where you're a high school student who can fight and recruit demons to fight alongside you.
Wow, you're pretty strong, huh?
I want to say this is like Pokémon, but Shin Megami Tensei actually came first. This series may have actually inspired or influenced Pokémon's gameplay.
How cool is that?
Instead of capturing cute little monsters, you're bartering and negotiating with demons with completely different personalities. We've got friendly fairies, to actual toilet demons, and these purple men with their peepees hanging out.
You think you can snatch away our prey?
It is pretty entertaining trying to persuade them to join you, and you're always incentivized to recruit new types of demons and mix up your fighting force to battle your way through an apocalyptic Tokyo.
I shall reduce you to ash, along with everything else!
Hey, I'm trying to grow the channel, I'm trying to reach 10,000 subs, so any help would be greatly appreciated. Thanks. There is something brilliant about recruiting your own party of demons and relying on their different strengths for big boss battles. You kind of get attached to them, and they'll occasionally even give you little gifts. It is so satisfying seeing the team you've built up do their little victory dances after big bosses. Strategic turn-based combat is king, and exploiting enemies' elemental weaknesses will grant you extra turns. I found myself making use of every little advantage possible, like items. A lot of other RPGs I usually end up stockpiling and saving items, and I end up never using them, but here I was regularly using items. One of the first things that hit me hard was the music. I really like the battle and boss music in particular, just your classic JRPG tunes that end up stuck in your head forever. When you start an encounter, there's almost a sense of foreboding or build-up as you plan your strategy in your head. Then the music kicks in when someone makes the first strike. I've seen some criticisms with the story, and to be honest, I thought it was good.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
I guess I can't compare it with the previous games, yet. There's a few interesting characters, and I was genuinely curious where these characters would end up, and if we would be allies or enemies by the end, from evil-looking demon slayers
Well.
to insecure classmates.
I just feel insecure.
Throughout you'll choose decisions or reactions that will determine the outcome of the story. Another game series I've come to love is Persona, and Persona is actually a spin-off series from Shin Megami Tensei. You'll see a lot of returning demons, and they've got a lot more personality here. In Persona you've got to manage your school life and social links, while Shin Megami Tensei focuses a lot more on the JRPG combat and gameplay, and I like that the two are very different experiences. So there's 3 difficulties: easy, normal, hard. I stuck with normal mode and I found this pretty hard, but I eventually got better and came up with some strategies with my demons. Bosses were still pretty tough, there was a bit of trial and error and I'd have to rebuild my teams to exploit bosses' weaknesses. The final boss was brutal.
That demon was freaky strong.
It might sound like I'm complaining, but honestly, I welcome the challenge. I refuse to lower the difficulty and I'm someone who loves the sense of accomplishment after overcoming these kinds of things. In fact, there were a few times where I was sent to the game over screen from one-hit KOs. Sometimes random demons catch you off guard and they'll get the first strike, and that's deadly with those one-hit KOs. But here's where it gets interesting. Demons that catch you off guard are up for negotiations, and they may just let you run away for a hefty price. And to avoid getting killed, I'd sometimes take them up on their offers. There was this one demon that let me live, and he called me a shit stain. I love the demon dialogue in this game. There's no random encounters, I know they can be a big turn off for some. But I still found the game a little grindy. Maybe it's less so if you're more experienced with the series, but I really enjoyed the combat and music anyway, so I'm happy doing a bit of grinding. So some really small nitpicks. There's always a small but awkward delay between every voice line or dialogue box. It seems to be a common criticism, and this might be due to the game being dubbed from Japanese. And it doesn't help that the game keeps turning off my dialogue auto advance option. And the game's frame rate isn't great either. It is on the Switch and it sometimes struggles to keep a stable 30 FPS. It's not so bad in turn-based combat, but it can make exploring the world a little less enjoyable.
Indeed.
Okay, that's the end of my nitpicks. I swear I like the game. This might have actually been my Game of the Year 2021 if I'd played it in time. Consider me a Shin Megami Tensei fan, and give this a try if you've any interest in JRPGs. Recruiting and negotiating with demons is hands down my favourite part, but everything else is great too. I already want to see a number 6. Peace for now.